What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking all about Call of Duty developers because there's been some, not recent, but it's actually happened like almost over a month ago at this point, but there has been some tweets coming out from Activision employees, people who used to work there, people who still work there, about some pretty interesting work-life culture balance that I find very interesting, especially as someone who, me personally, works in the workforce right now. You know, I got a 9 to 5. No, I don't do YouTube all day. I don't stream all day. Nothing against that. I'm just saying I know what it's like to live in the real world. Some people, you know, unfortunately don't. And so I want to kind of dissect some of these tweets, kind of give my thoughts on them because they are surprisingly negative. And I think that they will shed some light towards people who, I guess, come on here and complain all day, every day about developers. Hopefully these kind of tweets will shed some light. I'm not taking any sides necessarily. I guess if I was to, actually, you know what, I'll let you know in a little bit. I'm not going to spoil it for you just now. Along with that, I do also want to talk about the new update today, March 4th, about WMD. Yes, sir, WMD is coming to Black Ops Cold War, a fan favorite map from Black Ops 1. I know some people are hyped, some people aren't, some people are like, why do we care about Black Ops Cold War? All very fair, you know, they're very fair points. It's not like you have to care about this game. Black Ops Cold War didn't really seem to care about you from just a marketing perspective, from a gameplay perspective. You know, there's a lot of things that you could say are very, very wrong with the game, very unfun, very not replayable. So I get all that. I want to dissect that as well. But before I jump into everything, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We are on our way to 7,000 subscribers. And if you want to do your part, you know, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Go ahead and leave in the comments right below. Let's start a fight. Black Ops Cold War versus Vanguard. Which is better? Which do you have more playtime in? Which would you prefer to see remastered? You know, I know that's a tough call right now, but let me know that in the comments. So since we're on this huge Treyarch train right now, let's go ahead and talk about WMD. This is a really fun map coming back. You know, I really enjoyed it in Black Ops 1. I don't think many people hated it. You know, I don't see this being a controversial or like a map that people have to skip or things like that. I see this as an absolute dub. I see this as, you know, everyone's going to be happy. I'm hoping that this comes in a 24/7 playlist, because if it doesn't and I have to search for it in the quick play filter, that's going to turn me off from this game real quick, because as you guys know from, you know, my countless Cold War videos, I did not like the base maps of Black Ops Cold War. I think a lot of the new maps, a lot of the recycled maps, those were fine. Did this map even, I mean, did this game even have new maps? Like, I'm trying to think. A lot of the DLC content was just remasters, and that's fine, but I don't think there was a lot of originality after like the launch maps. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Along with WMD, we are also projected to see a new assault rifle. Now, I checked yesterday in the assault rifle category in Cold War. Yes, I did hop back on Cold War reluctantly, and unfortunately I did not see it, so that's kind of sucked how it wasn't like unlockable beforehand. I think I did see that it was unlockable in like Modern Warfare, but that got patched. I don't know, it was like a prestigious key video. I'm sorry I didn't watch it fully, but that's what I heard, that's what I kind of saw, and unfortunately it's not unlockable in the Cold War menu just yet. Maybe by the time this video goes up, you guys will be able to unlock it. That's my thoughts on that. Again, I'm a Treyarch shill, you know, I gotta play the Treyarch game and I gotta, you know, enjoy what's coming. And I do, I really do. But let's talk more so about, well, actually, Treyarch again, because Tech Jessica Gonzalez here, is a senior quality engineer previously at Blizzard, Activision, and Treyarch. I guess she's not anymore. And on February 11th, 2022, she responded to this tweet from, I believe this girl's name is Kate Anderson. She was Activision QA. And Kate Anderson here basically just tweeted kind of like an article about how like she's working towards a 4-day work week rather. And so Jess saw this and says, Activision had us doing 14-hour days for Blops 3, and we were so behind we had to scrap the entire campaign for old gen. I don't know, upset face. While this is kind of nutty, and while I know a lot of you guys aren't going to believe this, you guys just, you know, I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't believe this, but this tweet actually got 9 retweets and 239 likes, so it got a decent amount of attention. A lot of people took note of this and immediately felt sorry for them, and I kind of do too. You know, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, Me personally, I've worked a 9 to 5. I still work a 9 to 5. It's never been a 14-hour day for me. Maybe I've had that like once or twice. I'm not going to come out here and be like, I work 16 hours a day every day. No, I'm not going to do that just for like views or sympathy or anything like that. All right. Realistically, I probably work about 10 hours a day, usually, maybe sometimes like 9. I usually skip lunch. You know, it's kind of just like that kind of work-life environment for me personally. I know some people work 12 to 14 a day. And it seems like something at Activision, especially with the time crunch Activision is under all the time, right? To release a new Call of Duty every single year, it takes a lot out of you. You got to be creative. You got to be fast. You know, there's a lot of things to play through, to work through. QA, obviously, you got to have things done pretty quickly so that they can be tested. I know as a COD community, we bag on QA testers. We bag on Call of Duty developers not play testing their game for a long time. But it seems like there's a reason why they don't. It's because they don't have the time to. And that's just straight out of the horse's mouth here, because this woman used to work for Activision. Kate Anderson, again, the original poster here, replies by saying 14-hour days were also common on Cold War, and they would never tell us we were on overtime or crunch until 5 minutes before the end of the day. So a lot of the time, I ended up having to either cancel plans for work while having guests over because they failed to inform us ahead of time. And unfortunately, again, this has happened to me in real life as well. So I can sympathize. I can understand the pain of it, you know. In one of my first jobs personally, try to make plans to see like a movie at like 7:30, let's say, and I'd find out I wasn't finished with something, or I got handed something else and I wasn't going to finish until 8 p.m. that night. And so I'd have to cancel the movie. I'd have to, you know, let friends know ahead of time, like, hey, I'm going to be staying super late. I'm sorry. You might have to cancel your ticket or see it without me, you know, that kind of stuff. And while that stuff sucks, it didn't happen to me a lot. It seems like it happens a lot to people who work here at Activision. I'm not going to do research on the pay or anything like that. I am curious. I'm wondering if they make close to 6 digits, but even like, you know, a high amount of pay, like an above average amount of pay, doesn't, you know, negate the fact that you're going to have to sacrifice your life. Obviously, that's a personal decision. Some people would rather get rich and have no life, but some people would rather, you know, be wealthy, maybe not rich, but actually have a life, you know, and actually enjoy their time off. A lot of the times we as a community also say, you know, why don't developers play their own game? And I feel like, you know, based on these tweets, it's because they probably have to do so all day, you know, like it's like if you worked at like a McDonald's or a Taco Bell, would you go back every night and eat, you know, the same food? You know, you're like handling it all day. You're probably smelling it all day. Like, you know, would you really want to throw yourself back into that at the end of your shift, at the end of your day? You know, like I can kind of understand, you know, why these devs more so don't want to do that, or probably don't. You know, some of these devs are actually tweeting about like Elden Ring and other titles now. That's fine. You know, I'm not saying you got to like play your own game 24/7. But like, you know, play your game once a month, you know, maybe once every 3 weeks. You should be proud of it to some degree. You know, if I worked at Chipotle, I wouldn't like swear off Chipotle for the rest of my life. I'd probably eat it still, you know. I say all this to say, I feel like we learned a lot about developers, right? For Call of Duty developers, I think we learned a lot about their lifestyle, what they kind of gone through. Again, this is just hearsay. You know, I mean, I don't have any reason to not trust this. These people are obviously taking shots at their former company publicly. You don't really want to do that normally, so it's obviously got to be backed up. It's got to be true to some extent. Obviously, you guys know that Activision is pretty much still under fire for their whole lawsuit, for the whole sexual assault stuff, right? Those allegations. So I really don't even know if those got cleared up or not. I think with the Microsoft acquisition, things are definitely going to change in that aspect. And I think a lot of people probably are going to end up forgetting about that pretty soon. So again, I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know what's going to happen essentially with that. But I do think that, you know, as a COD community here, we probably should be, I don't want to say kinder, but we should be a little bit more lenient towards the developers, especially now. I think what's really good that's coming up is the 2-year life cycle. Modern Warfare 2 releasing here in 2022 is going to last for 2 years, and that's been established, that's been confirmed, I think straight from Activision's mouth or straight from Microsoft's mouth, whatever. So there's no way that this is going to happen. I think Modern Warfare 2 might launch with some bugs and glitches, again, just like every single Call of Duty does, but Treyarch 2024, these guys are going to knock it out of the park, okay? I have full faith. They got an extra year. it's Treyarch, you know, you give Treyarch two things. You give them time and a good foundation, a good engine, boom, we are set, you know, right there off the bat. They know how to make a good game, they know how to make a fun game, and I am excited for them. But unfortunately, I am out of time for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. Don't be a stranger. All right, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're close to 7K, and leave a comment down below. If you didn't already, come on, man. If you didn't leave a comment when I told you the first time, again, Vanguard or Cold War, which do you prefer? Which do you play more? Which do you want to see remastered next? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.